184 days ago was June 10th, 2025. On this specific Tuesday, the football world was deep in the intense battles of the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers. Here is how the number 184 connects to the history of the World Cup and a story linking that date to the legend associated with the number. The number 184 is iconic in international football because it belongs to Ahmed Hassan, the legendary Egyptian midfielder known as the Falcon. For years, Ahmed Hassan held the undisputed world record for the most international caps in men's football history with 184 official appearances. While modern titans like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have since surpassed this number, 184 remains a benchmark of endurance. It represents a career spanning nearly 2 decades of showing up for World Cup qualifiers and African Cups, fighting for the badge every single time. Date: June 10th, 2025 event, FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers, African zone location, Cairo International Stadium, Egypt. The humid Cairo air hung heavy over the pitch. It was the 89th minute, and the score was deadlocked at 1-1. For the young Egyptian playmaker, Omar, the pressure was suffocating. This was a pivotal qualifier for the 2026 World Cup in North America. A draw wasn't enough. They needed a win to stay top of the group. His legs burned, and his lungs screamed for air. He looked up at the giant digital clock in the stadium, 89:00. Then, his eyes drifted to the stands. Amidst the sea of red jerseys and waving flags, a massive, vintage banner was being unfurled by the Ultras. It didn't have a slogan or a face. It just had one number painted in bold black strokes against a white background: 184. Omar knew exactly what it meant. It wasn't just a number, it was a demand. It was the legacy of Ahmed Hassan. The number 184 whispered of the times Hassan had dragged this team through the mud of African qualifiers. It spoke of the 1998 triumph in Burkina Faso and the heartbreak of missing the 2010 World Cup by a single match. It was a number that said, "You do not stop. You do not ask to be subbed. You play until the whistle blows, just like I did 184 times." The connection sparked something in Omar's exhausted mind. 184 wasn't just a statistic. It was the grit required to reach the World Cup. 184 days ago, on that Tuesday night, the referee raised the board for added time, plus 4 minutes. Omar received the ball deep in midfield. Usually, he would pass it back to the defender to secure the draw, but the image of the 184 banner flashed in his mind. The Falcon wouldn't pass back. Omar turned. He drove forward, bypassing one defender, then another. The crowd's roar swelled, a deafening, rhythmic chant that felt like a heartbeat. He saw the striker making a run, but used him as a decoy, cutting inside to the edge of the box. With the last ounce of strength in his right leg, he unleashed a low, driving shot. The ball skidded off the grass, past the diving goalkeeper's fingertips, and nestled into the bottom corner. 2-1. The stadium erupted. Omar collapsed onto the grass, tears mixing with sweat. As his teammates piled on top of him, he looked through the gaps of their arms back at the stands. The banner was bouncing up and down in the frenzy. On June 10th, 2025, 184 days ago, the spirit of the number 184 didn't just represent a past record, it secured the future. It reminded a new generation that to reach the 2026 World Cup, they had to possess the heart of the man who played 184 times.